Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I gotta be today from Peace World.
Oh, Bookie Butt, you may not have a job at the end of this video.
We're gonna go ahead and just refuse service. There's no reason. That's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. I will go ahead and I'll take that. If you guys could go ahead and please leave the store, we'd really appreciate it.
Wait, so why do you have to leave the store?
Because we're just refusing service. We don't have to have a reason.
I think you should have a reason for kicking us out of the store. We're just shopping here. What is your reason?
I know small businesses, we don't really have to have a reason. We can use the right to refuse service. I don't know how it works for big department stores like this.
To be quite completely honest with you, I don't.
Skin too dark. That must be the reason, boy. She walking around the store. She said, "Wait a minute. Those two over there skin past the shade requirement. This has to be illegal on like every level."
I have to have a reason. I'm just letting you guys know.
So are you gonna kick everyone else out of the store too?
Funny.
If we have the right.
Everyone else ain't you, bro. This is so funny. Everyone else ain't you. Hey, if a bunch of people like you came in, we'll kick them out. But it's only you right now. Damn. I wonder if they have like a shade. With the makeup, they have different shades. I wonder if they have like different shades. Just like, okay.
Like a scroll that just... Alright, let's see where she belongs.
So, whoa, wait. And then they look at the shade and they go, "Oh, no, too dark."
She's a 4.
Go.
Right to refuse service to anybody, so I'm having the right to refuse service to you guys. I don't have to have a reason, so that is my reason. So I'm just asking you guys to please leave the store today.
This is ridiculous. It's really happening.
So you've seen us steal before? Is that what you're saying?
Nobody
show us?
said that at all.
That's what he said. That we're repeat shoplifters here.
We've seen you in here before.
Oh my God, you're so dumb. Say yes. Say you've seen them steal, at least say something. You can't just kick someone out.
Well, I mean, it's so funny that the women are in this position that they can't really call black people out on things. Even if they can, they're going to get canceled and they don't want to get canceled, right? So a lot of people just let it slide, or they try not to say what they're supposed to say because people are going to get offended.
For no reason, I think that's a good
That's a horrible reason.
Say, yeah, I seen you steal something. You're putting yourself in a stupid position right now. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, the other position, if she's recording and she does accuse her of stealing or of stealing before, I would think that would be some kind of defamation if it wasn't true. So
I didn't.
I have not been here in so
I haven't
long.
been here
I don't even know the last time
To
I've
be
been here.
honest with you guys, we've seen you in here plenty of times before.
Us too.
Yeah, we've seen people.
Do you have like a picture? Because
Show
it's
us.
not us.
I don't need to show you guys. I'm refusing service to you guys today. I've asked you guys to
Okay.
please leave the store. I don't need you guys to get violent or anything like that.
Violent.
You guys are.
Let's go.
Look, listen, I know your type. I know your people, okay? I'm not looking for any violence. Please just go.
Imagine losing your job in this recession. Okay, it doesn't even matter because H&M replied. Now, H&M posted this comment and pinned it like that was an official statement, but whatever. They say, "We take the incident from February of last year at our Albuquerque store very seriously. Following the incident, we immediately acted according to our strict guidelines. The employee in question is no longer employed by H&M, and we extend a sincere apology to the affected customers." Now, I'm not entirely sure if this incident is recent or from last year, but according to H&M, this happened February of last year. But even in the caption, the girls say, "Me and my sister are getting profiled and kicked out of H&M and accused of stealing before." Now, the two young ladies also posted this and said, "Thank you guys so much for all your support. We want to answer everyone's questions, but at this time, our attorney advised us to not comment." Now, I don't know when this actually occurred because H&M's statement is kind of confusing. But regardless of that, it doesn't matter what timeline we on. I'm glad they fired that employee.
That was absolutely ridiculous. That is discrimination at its highest form. And I don't know what she was thinking. What? You think
I've never seen that happen in a department store. That is something interesting that I just witnessed right there.
you could just kick someone out of the store for no reason?
Yeah, no reason.
And you're openly saying, "I don't have a reason." It's like she was trying to hide the real reason, but her saying, "I don't have a reason" is like a better choice. That's the worst choice. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, at least in my store or my gas stations and donut shops, I can just say, I don't like you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you as the customer. That's all I can. All that's what we usually say. You know, like I don't want to deal with you. You're causing trouble. You know, that's what majority of the time. Or if they've caused a lot of trouble throughout like years, we just refuse service. Like as soon as they walk in, like you need to leave. We don't want to serve you anymore. We told you to leave. There's that, but we usually have a reason. We give them a reason. We don't like you.
Yeah,
That's a good reason.
No, look, you're fired. Unemployed.
Talks about going from this
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
to this.
I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough.
What are you talking about? They talk about this all the time. It's pretty much most 30-year-olds, 35-year-olds. They're in this boat.
Wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fake.
We will never forget what you are. You are a high-ranking demon. Every single time. Every single time they're about to turn 30, now all of a sudden they become pastors. They become preachers. They're bringing out Bibles now. They want us to forget their past. They want to turn over a new leaf. Why? Didn't you do this 5 years ago? Congratulations. Congratulations.
And let me just say this. If I end up in the happiest, most loving, healthiest relationship, married with kids, whatever it is, I can promise you I will still hate most men. And that is something that I genuinely don't think will ever change because there are so many men that treat women so badly. If I truly find one that is just like the outlier that genuinely treats me good and treats other women well, he's just one of the good ones. That's not going to change my outlook on the majority of men and the way that they go about their lives in society.
Yeah, well, you know what? Men are actually going about it the exact same way you are nowadays because how much you broad stroke men. So now men, yeah, women are miserable. Women talk too much and need to shut the hell up. Women are too fat. Like all the things that you guys ever put, now men are staunchly using the exact same criteria to you, and you guys don't qualify.
I truly don't care that I feel this way about them because I didn't create these feelings. They did. And before anyone's like, oh, who hurt you? Who hurt you? People hurt my friends. People hurt my family. Like, people hurt my clients. I have been hurt. Like, I have had my fair share of hurt from men, but I've also had so many stories and experiences from other women.
You don't think that these stories are always, in some way, shape, or form, highlighting every bad thing that men do? It's not that they ever take accountability of their own mistakes. It's that every single man they've ever dated is some narcissist, abusive, because I'm almost positive. You know what? I'm not even going to say almost. I am positive that 99% of women are going to be saying very bad things about their exes. So from just that alone, you absorbing all of that, you're going to assume the exact same thing that all these women put on you, that men are bad.
Men, where it's very hard to put men in a good light. It's very hard to trust men.
Well, look, I can almost guarantee that you won't be in a healthy, happy relationship. So you don't have to worry about that. But what I find very, I don't even know what the word is. It's a self-centered nature around a lot of these women. They go, oh, it's not just me. It's my friends. It's my clients. Man, how many people on planet Earth have you not even come across?
Right.
You've probably come across 0.0000. The percentage of people that you've actually come across in your life is infinitely nothing compared to the people in the planet.
He's right. Maybe it's 0.0001% of how many people you've met that are in this population of the world.
And yet you make a distinction of what all men are based on your little experience and the people that you know. I don't get that. How can you not see the world outside of your own experience? That's weird. That tells me.
Well, I mean, it's that main character syndrome, P. Remember, they think that they're the main character, that the world revolves around them. They don't think that other people are people. They just think they exist, but they're not people. I'm the people. That's how they think.
That you just haven't grown up. You're very childish, because that's how children think. It's like I've seen people on TikTok go, "America's the worst country in the world," and I'm like,
Yep.
like, are you stupid? Are you a dickhead? Like, look at what's going on in different countries.
As a single woman, I'm getting a little worried when I scroll on this app that like all of the good single men, 30-year-olds and up, or near that range, they are, if they're single, they're staying inside and doing exactly what I would want to do, which is like binge a show and like order and take out. Like, why when I'm scrolling, I'm seeing all these like cute men who look like they have their head on their shoulders. They probably don't. Let's just be fucking real. But they're all like staying inside. Like, what I'm trying to do is text a girlfriend and be like, hey, you know what? Instead of me cuddling into bed and binging all of Real Housewives, let's go out. Because I'm just hoping that one day, like, I meet my husband, like, meet cute randomly. Like,
Again, they don't want to put any work or effort into it. They just want to live their life, go have fun with their girls, and just men approach them, and the dream man, just come in and sweep them off their feet.
had to go out and do that, right? I have to like actually put myself out there. I have to actually do my makeup and like put on a cute outfit and do that, you know?
Yeah, but that's all you're willing to do is just put on a cute outfit and we'll go outside. You're not willing to meet men. You're not willing to, talk to men, approach men. Nope. Just put yourself out there so men have the ability to approach you for it.
Crazy concept. But I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the opposite. Hey, get out there. Please. Nope. Stop ordering takeout by your fucking self and wait for me to be there with you to do it, okay?
Nope.
Fuck, literally, I don't...
Broke, dusty, musty, crusty, right? This is how I feel when I always hear women complain about this type of stuff. They just need men. I want a man. Where's the man? It's because you're broke. Most of the time, it's because you're broke. You don't really care about the man's, well-being or being with him or anything. Nope, you just want resources.
Probably gonna run into a douchebag. Pray for me.
It must be exhausting living like this. Like every time you step out, you're thinking, "Oh, hopefully I meet someone. Hopefully I run into my." Is that not exhausting?
It is. I would assume so.
And I always think to myself, were they this pressed 5 years ago?
Nope.
10 years ago?
Nope.
No. And the only reason why they are this pressed is because time is running out. Yeah, you know what? As you get older, it's going to be more difficult to date. You know why? Because most people have their life set up. Yeah, while you were doing whatever you were doing, people were getting their life set up. 30 plus, yeah, it's going to be very difficult to find good, eligible men. Because there are women out there who aren't stupid. They take them off the market. They had their priorities straight. Early, mid-20s, wanting to get this part of their life done. Now there are women out here what type of life is this? Every time you go out, you're putting on your clothes just to go out and attract a man.
They're not dressing for the male gaze. You misogynistic asshole. They're doing it for themselves.
I don't know, man. Hey, free my cousins, man. Free my cousin. Free the guys, man. You know what I'm saying now? You civilians might be wondering, why is he flexing ramen?
I'm a little bit confused, but if he came out of jail more recently, then I understand.
That's the currency inside.
Yes.
Stupid.
Okay. That's where I was just like...
You wouldn't know things like that if you've never done time. But again, a lot of you are just civilians. That's why she won the crib.
Freaking P putting on the Tyrone, Chad Road, Tukey look.
But free the guys all the time, man. He'll be out soon. You know what I'm saying? 2058, home soon.
7, I'm ripping and running. All that little money you touching ain't nothing. How you gonna talk all that shit but you running?
You really want to flex a chain, but you know what I'm saying? He's on the inside. You really want to flex his chain. Oh, man, I can't wait till he's home, man. 50 years is literally next week, bro. Home soon, bro.
So...
That was actually really funny.
I just had a conversation with my client, y'all. And she said I could post this video. Of course, y'all not gonna know who I'm talking about. But she called me and she was like, Malika, I finally left my nigga. I said, what you left him for, girl? She said, because I had gave him some things that I wanted and he just couldn't do that for me. I said, okay, what did you want? She, read me a couple different things that she wanted. Just far as some money to start up her business. She wanted like a couple designer pieces and just overall some jewelry.
You're saying it so casually. That's a lot of money.
I asked her, I said, what does your man do for a living? She said, oh, he works in like tech or something, but he makes good money. I said, okay, I'm a little older than she is. You have to have your man's income dreams. Not a rapper, scammer, robber, or somebody that makes well over a good amount of money to get all those things.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes we watch Instagram and we glorify what we see on Instagram and we give our men such hard times because women are showing these bags, these shoes, these trips, these outfits when majority of the time the man cannot even afford it.
Nope.
Like, he just can't. And it's not that your nigga's a broke nigga.
We're just normal people that save money, but we ain't got spare $5,000 for a bag or spare $20,000, $30,000 to help you on your business.
Or he's not worthy of you. He can't afford it. It's as simple. So if money is what drives certain women or gifts and so forth, you have to know your man's tax bracket, okay? Because if you don't, you're gonna be upset like my girl and ready to leave your nigga because he can't give you these things that you see on Instagram. Don't be that girl, because sometimes you'll lose a good nigga trying to figure out why you can't get this and get that when that man is a whole 9-to-5 working ass man, okay?
Whenever I hear stories like this, the first thing I think about is that I'm like, he must be really hurt. A woman leaving you because essentially you're too broke for her. Even if you're not broke, that could do a lot to a man's ego. But then I think, good for him. Because at the end of the day, her leaving you is always going to be a blessing. A woman leaving you because you can't afford to buy her something, that's never a bad thing. In the short term, you might not be able to see it. And you can kind of say this with almost every relationship.
True.
In the moment when a relationship ends, you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to ever move on?
I mean, after 12 years of marriage, yeah, I felt just like that, right? But after time heals wounds, you work on yourself and you keep moving forward. Tell what? I'm in a better position than I've ever been in my life. I make more money than I've ever made in my life. I have a little bit more freedom than I have ever had in my life. I can eat what I want, sometimes it's for the better.
I love this person so much. But then you look at your life 2-3 years later and you're like, damn, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be here. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't be there. That breakup was actually a blessing until you eventually and hopefully find your right person. And you're
That's right. They always say the hindsight is 20/20, right? When you look back at things, you can see everything much clearer. But as you're going through everything, obviously, you got blinders on.
Able to settle down and make a life with them. And then when you find that person, you're going to look back at all your other people that you've been with and been like, what was I doing?
Man, people crazy as hell, man. I just got jumped on for not banging. I'm in the store trying to get some flaming hot Cheetos. This motherfucker was like, what set you from, homie? He had his hands all down and shit like this in the stance and shit. I was like...
I used to deal with this so much when I was younger because I lived, Long Beach. Cambodians were not... There was, bad things. But I dealt with, just strangers wanting to pull up on you or, all the time for whatever reason. I didn't understand why. I always just play the, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to get my stuff.
No, sir, I'm not from not one set, sir. He was like, so what you claim then? I said, Jesus. He said, hell no, man. Why you got on all that blue? I said, these? Oh, no, these was donated to me. I didn't even have an option on the color. I didn't. These was hand-me-downs. He was like, no, man, I think you lying, man. I was like, please, man, leave me alone because I'm in the chip aisle. And there's some motherfuckers at one end. It's like 4 over here. This little motherfucker right in front of me. We in the middle of the aisle, and there's 4 more motherfuckers at the other end. They in that bitch deep as hell, trying to fuck with one motherfucker. But he like, nah, man, this is what I'm saying, bro.
This is exactly why I said you need to be able to be aware of your situation, control your emotions, and go accordingly, right? Because if he would have just blew up right in the beginning about, the kid or the guy kind of pulling up on him, he would have got destroyed quite quickly without even seeing anything, because people would just came from behind and knocked his ass out.
We fucks with the blue, man. You could roll with us if you want to. I was like, listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would roll with y'all because y'all seem like some really kind gentlemen, but I'd be a liability, man. If I get popped, man, the whole team going down, man. This shit's gonna be way bigger than me, man. I'm like, you may as well just part ways right now with me, man. He like, no, man, we about to beat the brakes off of you. I was like, why? He was like, because you and this motherfucker floss claiming. I was like, I ain't claiming nothing, man. I'm claiming Jesus. He said, those not Jesus colors. I said, what is Jesus colors? He said, white. I said, man, I don't like wearing white because I be getting my shit stained, man. He was like, nah, man, you got on all this blue and shit, man. He like, man, you either get jumped in or we gonna jump the shit out of you. I said, either way it go, I'm gonna get jumped, right? He said, yeah, but if you get jumped in, then after that, you're going to be one of us. I'm like, man, I'll take the latter, man. Y'all may as well beat the shit out of me then. Motherfucker took off on me, stole on me. Next thing I know, all I see is feet. I woke up in the hallway at a hospital. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Did I really get hit by that train? Because I got stuck on the tracks and shit. The car cut off. Car always cutting off at the worst times. I was like, did I really get hit by that train? They was like, no, you just got the shit beat out of you. They was like, but here, take this.
I'll tell you guys this now. This has happened to me. I have got my ass beat because of this. And this is why I'm so about respect and, stepping on people's shoes and things like that. It happened to me. I stepped on some guy's shoe. It was an accident. I apologize profusely. Didn't take it. And this is the other side of what I always say. You can apologize all you want. Doesn't mean the other party is going to accept it. Right? So as soon as that happened, he blew up, started cussing at me. And as soon as he started cussing at me, all of his homies head just popped out of the freaking nowhere. Just like, got my ass beat. It is what it is.
It's ibuprofen and you going to be all right. And they discharged me without no papers because I ain't got no insurance. So they ain't even treat me for none of the concussions or internal bleeding or none of that. They was just like, take this ibuprofen, man, and stay safe out there. I was like, can I at least get some discharge papers with some instructions on how to heal myself? They was like, nah, man, you ain't got no insurance. That ink costs money. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, can I get some verbal advice? He was like, time is money, man. I gotta go. I'm like, damn, this city crazy as fuck, man. Fucked up my whole weekend, dog. It's Saturday, man. I got at least 4 more days. My week don't start till Wednesday, man. But this shit crazy, man. Everybody, man, keep me in y'all prayers, dog.
I feel like that was a lot worse back in the day. I don't know about nowadays. I hardly ever go out nowadays. But when I was younger, oh my God, it was just everywhere. That type of attitude. A lot of men that just couldn't control any of their emotions. A lot of men that, because, they didn't have great homes, they joined these gangs, they joined these people, and they just want to be delinquents in a sense. What does Tukey P has to say?
OG Blue Bear. Listen, we didn't want to do it to you. Had to be done. Okay, we didn't. But when I stepped up to you and I said,
why
if it
you
ain't
do
blue, it ain't true. You were acting like you didn't know what was going on.
Acting all oblivious.
But you were
to them
repping.
things.
You were repping the set.
Who put you on? Who jumped you in?
But you clearly weren't down with the set.
Oh my God.
And that's false
There's a
claiming, so
poser.
you already know what had to happen.
Dead homies.
It's unfortunate, but hopefully there's no next time.
Oh, no, guys.
You know what I'm saying? I know you don't remember that.
It's like the little voiceover in the background of like him, like like hyping himself up. It's just hilarious. Shout outs to Tukey P.
A beatdown. But hopefully you remember the interaction enough to know that you can't be rocking those colors ever again, man.
This is like one of those moments in that song. If you didn't know, now you know. Again, respect. I'm not saying he disrespected or anything, but even without respect, you can get destroyed or get beat up by just wearing colors that you thought looked good on you. This is why I try to wear very neutral colors, just black, so it doesn't, point to any direction, hopefully. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I could